Well, hello everybody. Good evening and welcome to the Tessa-Marie show. How are you doing this evening? It's an absolutely amazing evening out there. It was a gorgeous day. I went down to the lake, had some fun at the lake. So let me invite everybody and let's see who's going to come and visit us tonight. So hello, sending it to everybody out there. Come on and let's see if we can have some entertainment tonight. And have some fun. So here we go. We sent some notifications out and see who's going to be there tonight. So here you are and welcome to the Tessa-Marie show. How are you? Send out all the notifications, so I hope you got them. So tonight is another wonderful night. It was great today. I went down to the lake and we had so much fun at the lake. And then I came up and got ready for the live tonight. So how are you doing? I hope you can join us and have some fun tonight. Our topic tonight is making your intentions clear. So I hope you have an idea of what that's like. So when we start thinking of intentions, I did send out a notification to everybody just a few minutes ago. Well, a minute or so ago. So I see who is dropping in. So tonight is about making intentions clear. Our intentions are what we want, are what we desire, what we are hoping to get in our life. And it's kind of difficult sometimes to say, well, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do. And you match on and it just happens. Every now and again, somebody meets me and they have to talk to me about this. I want what you have. I want what she has. And a long time ago, somebody said that to me. I was somewhere, hi Debbie, I was at I think it was a prayer meeting. And this lady said, yeah, it was at a prayer group. And she said, oh, I've been praying and praying and praying, and I am not getting what I'm praying for. And that was really, really amazing. And I'm looking at her, and she criticized the place where she was praying. She said I sat on this person's messy carpet, and I was praying and praying. And she looked at all of us that were in the circle of prayer, and she pointed, I want what you have, and you have, and you have. And I'm thinking, okay. And me, with my big mouth, I could not say something. So I went, and I looked at her, and I said to her, but are you willing to pay the price? And she said to me, well, I've been praying and I've been praying and I don't have it. I want a husband, I want this, I want a house, I want a pool, I want that, all what, and she's pointing at everybody in the room. And so then I said to her, what we have costs the price. So she said to me, what you mean? I said, what we do, what we are as wives and mothers, it has a big price. And are you willing to pay the price? I said, I know you really well. When you want to visit your sister in Florida, you lock your door, you get in your car and you drive to Florida from Toronto and you're gone. I said, if I have to go visit my mom and dad, I have to plan meals for 40 days. I have to stock the freezer, stock the house, make sure everything is in order. And even at that, while I'm on the plane, I'm thinking, what did I do? What did I leave? What I forgot? What are they going to do? What happens? And when I said that to her, she looked at me and she said, it doesn't matter. I said, no, it matters because being a wife and mother, you have a price to pay. The price is that there's people depending on you and you cannot let them down. You cannot say, well, I'm going away, you guys are on your own. I said, you can do that. As a matter of fact, you don't have to tell anybody. So then I said to her, well, when you pray, she was so upset. I said, do you make your intentions clear? And well, what you mean? I asked. I said, no. And I didn't get a chance after that to really talk to her. And years later, she said, you said no, and I'm still not getting what I want. So I said, I can teach you how to make your intentions clear. And then she said to me, I'm too old now to get a husband. I said, you see, I cannot take you on right now. But one of the things I try to do when somebody comes to me and asks me to help them, your intentions have to be clear. Your needs and your desires have to be clear. You need to know what they are. You need to find out what these things are. You need to know what your decisions, what you want in your life, what it is. Make it clear, open it, talk to it, spend time with it. And that's one of the things people forget to do. When you want something, they have a parable, a funny thing. The lady who prayed for a man, and when she got a man, he had one leg, and she went back to God, and he said to her, "Will you ask me for a man? And you didn't tell me he needed 2 legs." So it's funny, but that is part of what makes your intention clear. What you want, you must take your time to put it on paper. It has to be extremely clear. You cannot keep it all the little nitty-gritties about it in your mind. When you go house hunting, for example, you should know what you're doing. That is an intention. I want to buy a house, but that is okay. A house could be a 2-story house. It could be a garage. It could be a condo. Look at the different styles of houses there are. Which one do you want? Explain that to me. So I need to know, as your coach, as your mentor, as your financial planner, what it is you really, really want. And I prefer that you don't give me vague numbers. I prefer that you don't tell me it was almost this. Perhaps I want to be comfortable. And then you cross your hand against your chest, and I'm thinking, what can I do with that? I cannot help you be comfortable. It's not a number. What do you want? Make your intentions clear. Even at work, you're looking for a job or you're looking for a promotion, let the people know what you're looking for. When they ask you, when you go for a job interview, how much money do you want? What do you want to be paid? Tell them there's nothing wrong in not saying to them what you want to be paid. You can do that. You can tell them exactly what you want, and don't say, well, what are you offering? What are they offering is not what you want. What you want is what you had made clear in your mind. That was your intention. Some people say, well, what does the job pay? Who cares what the job pays? How much are you worth? What it is you want for yourself. So your intentions always have to be clear. And that requires taking time to sort it out. Because sometimes, what do you guys think? Sometimes you're asking for something and you're not telling people what it is you really, really want. And you will get whatever that is there because you never state what you wanted. So let me see what you guys are saying. Hello, Ali and Donato and Yoko and Debbie. Tell me, put a note in there and tell me what it is, how you make your intentions clear. What do you say? When you're asking for something, how clear are your intentions? What do you say? How do you make it clear? Give me an example. Because when I want something, I write it down. And when I write it down some more. I cross it and I create it again. And if I am not sure of the meaning of the word, I go in the dictionary and get another synonym because I just want to make sure what I want is clear. What I want, I know what I want, so I can tell you what I want. So your intentions have to be clear. Intentions, not what you don't want. Not what you think, okay, my parents did that. No, I don't care. They're not sitting here. They're not here with me. I'm coaching you. I'm mentoring you. So I don't care what they wanted for you. The point comes, what do you want for you? Tell me. And sometimes we're sitting here and we're not opening our mouths and we get what we don't want. That woman, all these years ago, wanted what we want. And everything you do in life has a price. She wanted what we had. And everything in life has a price. It has a price for me to be here tonight. It has a price for you to come and press the button and see me tonight. You took time off watching something else or doing something else. You took the time to be there. You were interested in being there. You thought you could learn something. That's the price you paid. So it does not come easy. So when somebody has seen your intention written down clearly, they're going to ask you, well, wow, this is really well done. How did you come to that? Well, I listened to an IG live by a woman and she said, make my intentions clear. So this is what I want. I want you to pay me, I want a raise of 20,000. I think I'm deserving of it. But you cannot just do that. You have to give the reasons why you are deserving of it. So you see how clear it has to be? It's one thing to say you want a $20,000 raise. It's another thing to say why and what you're going to do that. What you're going to do for that person to invest that money in you. What value are you bringing? That's part of your intentions. Your intention is the whole shebang. It's not only only saying, I want to get a job of 20,000. Tell me what you're going to do. What are you going to do to increase my company's worth? What are you going to do? What value are you bringing? How are you going to shape the core of my business? What are you going to do? And then when you do it, I'll give you more. And that's what happens. But you cannot just walk in and have a very vague intention. I want a job. A job is not an intention. A job is a job. You'll get a job. You get a job working part-time. That's a job. You get a job doing something else part-time. That's still a job. It has no benefits. It has no chance for promotion. You're going anywhere. But that was your intention. You weren't clear. Where do you want to go? I want a job. I want you to have a pension if that's what you want. I want a career. I want to be this and this in your company. I want to be that. I remembered when I was looking to transfer from one position to another, I did what I had to do. I decided and I set a scale and I put my both feet on the scale. And I said, I have to bend it. I have to bring it to me. What am I going to do to bring it to me? So I spent the time looking at the career choices I had. And the ones I know I would enjoy that would pay me the best money. And I wrote it down. I can show you. I had the little book. I still have the book. It's a red hardcover book. And everything I wrote on each of these pages, I acquired it. But it took writing and rewriting and writing again until I was clear. So when I found out what I had to do, I decided I'm going to study to do it. How am I going to study and still be part of a family unit? Study every day for an hour. I couldn't do more than an hour, and I couldn't do less than an hour. But I did it 7 days a week for a year and a half. And somebody said, when I said it, did you do it Christmas? No, I didn't do it Christmas on the high holidays, but what I did, the first regular day, I added 15 minutes to it until I covered that hour I lost for Christmas Day. So I had a clear intention. I knew I had to study. I knew I had to take this course. I knew I had to excel. So when you're asking for something, write it down. Make it clear. Cross it out and start again. I don't know. Let me see what Debbie said. When you write down your intentions, do you write, I want a job that pays this amount of money, or I will get a job that pays this amount of money? Number one, Debbie, Tessa-Marie Shillingford does not use the word job. A job is menial. I decide what I want. I want a position. You see, a job, when you say the word job, it seems like, but when you say, I want a position, you don't know yet, right? And you don't know what positions they have available, but they never put on the job description, how they call it, position. They'll say this entails, and they'll tell you what it entails. So when I am writing it down, I'm saying I want a position where I will do this, and I will be paid for doing this. And I also state how long I want to stay in this position. Because that position, the minute I got it, is done. I need the next one. 2 years, 1 year, 18 months, what it is. I used to be perplexed by my daughter, Jillian. Jillian said to me once, Mom, 18 months and I'm out of that position. So when she was buying out winners and I insisted she bought a condo and Brian was going into a cardiac arrest about her moving out, I told him, you have a choice. Buy her a winner's store because she spends money there. But this girl was only staying for 18 months in a position and she'd go. When her boss, one of her bosses or director said to her, Jillian, the only person, I want you to stay. I don't want you to leave. So then she said to him, well, you have two choices. I think his name was Ken. And Jillian is soft-spoken. And she said to Ken, well, you can tell me when you're going to die or when you're going to quit. Because the next job available for me is yours. Otherwise, I cannot stay here. You have to die for me to get your position or you have to quit. So I need those 2 dates and I will decide if I can stay. So, of course, he didn't. So she left. So she kept doing that. So, Debbie, you need to say the name of the position if you know it or what you like to do or what you like to do. Go find out the name of the qualities you have, under what heading it falls. And that's what you do. So you look to see and then you say, then you play with it. what you want. What are they paying? Don't go looking at for a job and saying that pays this amount of money, or I'll get a job that pays this amount of money. Not I will get. I desire a job that pays this amount of money. I prefer a job that has this amount of money, this amount of benefits, that type of hours. It's always desire. Want is never satisfied. The want is a well that just stays there and it just keeps going, and it has no bottom. It's bottomless. When you start using want as your main thing, it's bottomless. Want has no desire. It doesn't stop. It's like a sieve. It just keeps pulling in. So want does never get satisfied. They talk about it in the Bible, the barren thing, and well, you know that thing. So I desire a position that pays that kind of money. And you have to state, give yourself a range, a really tight range. You go around and you find information about those positions, what they pay. You look at your experience in that position and you come in with that. And you cannot be shy about it, because they don't want a shy person there. And if they cannot take that fire that you're going to bring, then they don't deserve having you in their company, because therefore they cannot sustain you. And you need that. So that's what I do. I don't call it job position, and I desire that. Just go for broke. Donato said, okay, let me see that other question. What are my intentions, really? You want to know what my intentions are? My intentions are to do this over the whole world. My intention is to get out there and inspire people to do that. Like I just told Deborah, inspire somebody to be able to go out there and stand on their own 2 feet and say, and use the right words, use the proper words, use the words that are going to make them want to hire you. Don't go to say, I would like. You're not begging. You're qualified. You prepare yourself and you say, I am looking for a position. I desire a position in your company doing this or doing that pays this kind of money. And that's what you say. So you say the amount, and you cannot shy away from that, because if they cannot stand how you talk, then they're not ready for you. And did you try again somewhere else? Or they might say to you, well, with this position that we have is this. And you're asking for 5,000 more than we're willing to give. And maybe we'll give you 2,500. No, maybe that position is the gateway for you to springboard to a bigger company where you'll make more money. So you're going to take it for a year, maybe, get the experience you need, have them on your resume, and go there. But your intention has to be clear. You need to know what it is you're looking for. You look for a position that pays money, the money you want. You look for and you don't call it a job, and you must know the amount. Prepare yourself for that position, and it has to be clear. Write it down. Like I have written, I want to be a motivational speaker all over the world, everywhere. That's my goal. And I'm going to start in my kitchen, and I'm going to sew. I have no intention of letting go. So the world better give me what I want, because I've told that to the world. And the point is to start here. Practice with you. I am training for my next big job, right? Right now, this is my training ground, but I have enough information that I can help you. So the other person that comes and sees me speak will say, okay, she can help me, and it will go on like that. I want that rolling stone not to gather any moss in one place. It has to pick up speed and go through all the world helping others. That's what I want to do, because I have something to offer. I have energy, I have passion, I have a lot of emotion, and I know what the hell I'm talking about. I've been in the ditches, I came out of the ditches, I had to struggle, I had to push my way from the bottom, I had to sort it out. I had to face men that had power, and they told me, Tessa-Marie, no. And I said, well, if it's no today, you better have a yes next week, because I'm coming back. And eventually, they get so exasperated with me that, okay, you want the job, you want the position, you can have it, but you better produce. And so I said, don't threaten me by telling me I better produce. I will produce better than all of those you have sitting there in the position right now. But I had to do that. What I'm trying to say, you have to look at these people square in the face, but you must be prepared. You cannot go there wishy-washy because they'll crush you. Especially if you're a woman, they'll crush you. And if you're a woman of a certain age, they want to crush you. And you have to look at them and think, well, I can do better than that. And they love it. They love when you stand up to them. But for goodness sake, be prepared. Have all your eggs in your little shoulders matching one after the other. When they tell you boo, you can say no, it's bar. When they say this, you can say it's this. So you have to make sure you listen. The conversation has to be in your favor. But your intention has to be what it is you want. And when you get the opportunity to state your intention and it is clear, be prepared for them to give you pushback. So you need to have more ammunition. You need to know for sure what you're going to say to them. So as I said, when Donato asked my intentions, I am not doing that for fun. I am doing that because I want to motivate other people to do the same thing. I want the people to be inspired by me. I want people to understand, if I can do it, you can do it. But I want to do it everywhere, in every nook and cranny of the world. There has to be somebody that I can push to get where they want to go. And that is all that matters. So yes, I want to do this all over the world. And that's what I want to do. So does that answer your question, Donato? But anyway, so the intention has to be clear. And it takes time to make your intentions clear. It takes time. You have to know it. You have to spend the time to write it down. You must take the time to write them down. When you are writing something, if you haven't received it today, that doesn't mean you have to stop. If you put it down on paper and it's not coming, then look at your thoughts. Look at how you're thinking about it. It will manifest if you want it to manifest. Because I didn't start doing this. I started, Debbie, I started sending you guys little morning blessings. And that was it. But look at where it's brought me. And I am pushing until there's nothing left to push. The door must open. It has to open. I'm sure it will open. And this is what I want. So when I come to talk to you about your intentions, I want you to take a book. Don't write it on a scrap of paper, and certainly not on your phone. Your phone cannot carry your emotion, but that paper and that pen can. It can tell your God, the universe, whoever you purport your leader to be, that I am ready for more. I want more, and I'm ready. This is what I want, or I desire. I will always say I desire. And you write it down. You date it, your name, the time. Always have the time. And your name at the top of that page in a book, and the hour. And you write it down and you say, I desire, I would prefer. And you write what you want. You look at it, you go back at it, maybe 2 hours later. You are on it. You're on top of it. You go back next day. You go back the day after that. The page is full. You flip over. Next page. Date it again. Time it. It's Debbie. And you write what you want. This is what I'm looking for. And it's not enough to just want the position and the money. You have to be in a position where you're working and it brings you joy. And you're having fun doing it. Because where there is no fun, there will not be any traction. So you have to have fun. I have fun doing this. I come up in the morning and I'm just ready to go. I think about it, and when somebody talks to me, it's the words. I listen to the words and I take the words and I run with it. But I love doing this. And because I love doing this, it's easy. It doesn't mean much to me to stand there and to work hard at it, because I love doing it. And I look for, and I think, and I study it, and I write it down, and I cross it out. And I purposely brought papers tonight. I haven't looked at them. But this is all about intentions. And I wrote it, and I have it there. So I took the words, make your intentions clear, and I came out with nine pages. But it took a lot of time. I write every day. I make my intentions clear every day. What I am going to tell you today, I wrote it in February. What I'm going to say in April, I'm writing it now. I have them. I work every day on doing this, every day. Even on the weekend, when I am not doing a live, I'm not doing a morning blessing, I am thinking, I'm wondering, and I'm walking, and I'm observing, and I'm formulating, and I'm thinking of this week or the next month. So right now, today, I wrote for the sometime in April, the middle of April, and yet we have a few weeks to go. So by the end of this month, April will be done, and I'll start with May. So I have to be clear what I want to do, and that's what I'm asking you. Write it down, cross it out, correct it, write it on another page, fix it, until it is so clear in your mind that you cannot, when you think about it, it just spills out like this. It has to be part of you. You have to feel the energy. And then comes the part of being really clear, is seeing yourself in the position. Spend time and see yourself in the position. There was a guy that I met once, and he said he wanted a job at the courthouse across from City Hall, and he told that to me. He said, every day I woke up and I got dressed like I'm going to work. And he said, I stood in front of the old City Hall at Queen and Bay, and I just looked at the building. And he said to me, I saw myself walking in there as an employee. He put himself in the position. He said, I didn't have the position. I kept applying and applying and applying. And then he said to me, one day, they gave me a part-time position. And then he said, I had a new thing. I went back and I started writing now. I went full-time, and which department I wanted to have full-time in, and how long I wanted to be there for, and the money. So in your mind's eye, you have to see what you want today. You don't have to go there tomorrow, but right now, you can picture it. You have an imagination. Make it clear though. See the clothes you're wearing. I know what I will wear already. See the shoes you have on your feet. See, it has to be clear. That intention cannot go. If you come to me to ask me to do something for you, and you're not giving me all the facts, look at your GPS. You mess up with that thing, it takes you to Timbuktu. So you have to be clear where you want to go. There's 59 streets with the same name. Are you going north, east, or west, or southwest, or you know what I mean? So you have to be clear in all what you do. And it means making sure you understand that. So you don't have the job, you want that position, you know where the position is, and you know the company. Visit the company. Go in their lobby. See yourself walking into the lobby, hear your heels hitting on the floor. Bling, bling, bling. See your picture yourself. And and come back out, go back out, do it again. See yourself taking the train or the bus, however you have to get there. It's all in your head. Nobody can take that from you though. It's all up to you. Nobody can put those things, that transcript in your head. Only you can do that, and you are the only one that can keep it. So let me see what you guys have to say about that Rolling Stone. Yes, amazing consistency, lovely. Thank you. Confidence scares the sheep. Ooh, that's sad. Yes, desire. Thank you. You have to have your desire. Wherever you wish, there is a way. Whatever you wish, there is a way. Just overbroke. Job overbroke. The thing about that making your intention clear, it's like Tiggy said, consistency. Yes, you have to work on it every day until you get what you want. It does not happen because you only wanted it once. And that's for that reason I ask you not to put it in your phone. Write it on your lap. Write it in the paper. I knew somebody once, and the family live in constant, don't make yourself too comfortable. He said, they would say, we're moving tonight. And he said to me once, I carved on my thigh the day I would be independent and out of this constant situation with my family. Can you imagine? He carved it into his thigh. So that's deep. So, but it did happen. And that is what I'm asking you to do. Write it. Put everything you've got into that piece of paper. Whether the pen goes right through it, it doesn't matter. If you don't put the energy into things, things won't come your way. If you don't state clearly what you want, it won't come your way. If you don't go the extra mile, it won't come your way. If you don't see it before you have it and believe it before it materializes, it won't come your way. When we pray, And when we do pray, it doesn't matter what God you believe in. When you do pray, you pray and you are told to ask for whatever you want. I have never read any, because I read the Torah, I read the Sanskrit papers, I read the Quran, and of course the Bible. I never saw where it says that you should only ask for a fish or a piece of meat or a loaf of bread, that you couldn't ask for a mansion. It never said that. There was no limit. It said, ask and you shall receive. So ask, but ask, make sure it is what that comes here. Everything that we want starts in this little organ that's beating, and we think we take it for granted. And then it becomes a passion, and the passion becomes a burning thought. And that burning thought is stuck in you. And you have to take it and make it materialize. You cannot just sit there and say, well, one day I'll get this and one day I'll do that. Are you kidding? One day will never come. Whatever you want to do, no matter how hard and difficult it is at the time, everything you do consistently will get easier one day. And I really do believe that. And that's what I do. That's why I come here and I work at this. Because you guys, I'm going to wave at you. Because it has to happen. You're going to make sure when it happens, you send a wave back and say, I did it, Tessa-Marie, I did it. And I'll wave right back and say, I know you could, because there is room enough for all of us. And don't be afraid of me, because you're doing the same thing as me. Then if this stage is too tight, one of us needs to lose weight. So otherwise, we should all be able to fit on the stage. And think about it, what you want. If there's somebody who has the position already, you cannot want it. But you know there's room enough for the two of us, room enough for the four of us in that same company. And that's what you have to do. Your business is not to worry about who is doing it. Your business is to worry about you doing it. Your business is to see you doing it. See you standing there, see you smiling, see you walking into that place, see you sitting at that desk, see you, and when you get it, man, don't hate it. Because remember, you asked for it. I told you guys about my friend who came into my office, and because I had some situation with a staff member that just wasn't cooperating, and she came in, put her 2 elbows on my desk. She was my subordinate, I was her manager, but I knew her before. So we had a different type of relationship. She came in, she put her elbows on the desk, and she looked at me and she said, don't you just hate your job? And you guys who know me well, I always smile. I smiled and I looked at her and I said, no. I said, the day I find myself hating that job that I had planned to have, as you say, I had planned it, I desired it, I did everything to get it, I'm going to find a chair to sit down, close my eye, and remember when I didn't have that position, how much I wanted it. And that, I said, should take care of all the problems I am having with this position right now, because it comes with the position. So when you pray and you get what you ask for and your intentions are clear and you get it, and it is burning like a shoe that has a nail sticking into it, remember you asked for it. Remember you wanted it. And because you wanted it, you have it. And find a way to do something about that nail and push the nail down. Because all I had to do was to coach her out. I coached both of them out. She was a thorn in my side, and the other one was going to become a sharp nail. So my job at that moment, I looked at her, I laughed, and I said, I'm going to coach you out. And I coached her out. So sometimes you have to move that burning sensation, but don't hate the position that you work so hard to get. Don't hate what you desire. Don't hate what you prefer. If you buy a house and you find it's leaking, well, you know what? You love the house. Find out what you love about it. If you're in a situation in a marriage and it's not going your way, you're going to find out the parts you like. And you have to take that part and make it cover all the other parts you don't like, because that is what will keep it going. So sending you light and joy, and don't forget to make your intentions clear. And Debbie and Tilly and Donato and all these nice questions. Debbie, I'm so impressed. I really like it that you sent me such a nice question tonight. Thank you so much. And Tilly, thank you. Consistency, lovely. I like that. Donato said Rolling Stones. Confidence kills the sheep. and who else? And look at all these things. Just over broke. Yes, desire. Thank you, Tessa. Guys, it was amazing. I will take, what did Donato say? I will take a few million more and I won't stop until I get it. Only death can stop me. Way to go, Donato. Said, give me 2 of those million. I want, I will, and I won't take no means. Yes, I like that. And Ali, hello friend. Salam. Yoko. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was very nice. I'm happy everybody dropped in. And thank you guys for doing this. It's a pleasure to have you. And when you see you get my little thing to remind you to join me, come join me. We always have fun. And please continue to put some things, say something to me so I can address it. I like what Tilly said. I like Debbie asking the question, Donato and Ali saying something. It's so great. So say something when you come on the live. Just while you're there, say something, because there's always something for us to say. When you tell me something, or when you make a statement like Debbie, Donato, and Tilly, and Ali, that stimulates the senses. It helps me. Maybe remember I forgot about the man who came to the bank at City Hall to tell me he got the job and what he did to get the job. At that time, I wasn't into this. So I didn't understand what he was saying, but I remembered it tonight. And it was because of Debbie's statement. Debbie's statement helped me to tell you the story and to tell you what he said. I sat outside of the City Hall and I saw myself going to work there every day and he said I kept applying until I got part-time. Then when I got part-time, my next goal was full-time. And then I choose where I want to be and for how long I want to be. So that is what a conversation between us. It helps me to bring out something that will help somebody else. When you said that, I was able to tell that to Debbie. Somebody else will get it. And you might share it with somebody you know that I don't know. So we need to touch that little button and make a comment about what's going on. You said this, Tessa-Marie. Why? You said this, Tessa-Marie, and I agree with you. I disagree with you. We don't have to agree, but we must have a conversation, and stimulating it causes us all to learn. And I am there to learn. My father said, as long as you have a beating heart, you are supposed to learn. And he said, knowledge is not yours to keep. What you know, you need to share. What you learn, you need to share. And that is how we keep the cup half full. If we keep keeping stuff inside of that cup and it has no room for more, then what are you learning? So, push me a bit. Send me something that will make me think twice. Teach me to think on my feet. And that is what I want to do. So tonight, I hope you guys know what I'm coming here to do, whether it's in the morning blessings, because I still teach in the morning blessing. It's not only a blessing. I come here tonight and I tell you this thing. So it's the same thing. So push me and I'll push back. And we will have some fun with all of this. So have a wonderful evening, all of you, and see you again. Thank you, Yoko, and everybody for coming. Donato and Debbie and Tilly and Ali. Have a wonderful evening. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.